Families come in many shapes and sizes. Project STAR at the Children's Institute is dedicated to helping families and children through foster care, adoption, and family support. The Jaskola family has fostered and ultimately adopted 3 children through Project STAR.
We wanted to adopt because, like I said, my wife's unable to have children, so this is the route we took. It was foster to adopt.
The one characteristic we look for is commitment. And no amount of education or money can make up for that. So we really want to look at their hearts. You know, how committed are they to stick with this child through good and bad times, thick and thin. Noelle comes from a large birth family that was always involved with foster care and adoption. And now Noelle knew going into her marriage that she would not be able to have biological children. And so she intended to adopt from the time she was in her 20s. She knew she wanted to adopt to have children. So she's always had a huge heart for it, and it's really been gratifying to see how the children in that family have come along.
When we got our first call about Andrew, we were on vacation in New York, and they called us and gave us all the information about him, and we jotted it all down on a little napkin, and they told us, don't come home because he's in the hospital. You know, don't leave your vacation because you can't take him home. And we were home within like 8 hours anyway. The minute we saw him, he was our baby. And he's great. And he was at that second, and he still is. Andrew, we were told when we got Andrew that he would never walk. And he's walking with crutches and with braces. He is just the cutest thing you will ever see. He's always wearing a smile, and he will just schmooze you to death. He uses crutches to get around, but he's fast. Nothing slows Andrew down. And with Nicholas, we thought Nicholas would possibly have cerebral palsy, and he does not. He's kind of conquered a lot of different physical things that he could have possibly encountered. Nicholas is funny. Like, when we adopted him, he was already 4 months old, so he already had quite a personality, and Nick's been an adventure, and he's very loving, and you know, he's just so much energy all in one space. When we brought Anna home, she had been in the hospital for most of her life, all but a couple months. She couldn't sit up or crawl, and she was still on a lot of medication, and she was on a feeding pump. Now she's, you know, crawling and ready to walk, and she's eating, and so she's made a lot of progress. Kids really learn how to be crazy like we are, so she's a lot of fun. I think she's going to be a tomboy because she already, you know, pinches her brothers and pulls their hair and like girls do. So, yeah, she's so much fun. You really build such a bond with them through, you know, what they're going through, and see all the hardships that they've encountered, and it just makes you like just appreciate them, not only love them, but appreciate where they're from.
The best part about being his dad is how the kids like look up to you and like learn, you know, they mimic everything you do, and it's just great, man. I love being dad.
Well, when it's a good match, and I know it's going to work out, it's just the best feeling in the world. Those kids have really just very much flourished in that family. It's a wonderful family, and the kids are doing extremely well.
The children make this family special, and my wife Noelle is a very special part of this family. She keeps us all together.
Advice for other parents is so hard because if you truly love children, you just don't see their faults when it comes to adopting. So to me, it was just an easy decision, and I think if you really want children, that it doesn't matter where they're from, and it doesn't matter how they get there, as long as they complete your family. My hope for my kids is to be I would like them to be as independent as possible, because I think they really need to be independent. And I hope that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve in life, because I don't put high expectations on my children, because I don't think that's fair. I think they should have their own expectations of themselves. And so I really want them to be confident in who they are and set their goals and be able to achieve their goals. And if they do that and they're happy, then that would make me very happy. And I hope that they never want to move out. Without the Children's Institute and a lot of prayers, I would not have the children that I have today, and I would not have the family that I have today.
Don't take the sunshine away.